and sent Timothy, our brother and God's servant in the good news of Christ, to establish you, and to comfort you concerning your faith. From this brief announcement flows a deep and tender lesson. God does not leave us isolated in our struggles, nor does He intend that faith be lived in solitary strength. He moves through people. He sends brothers and sisters, servants and messengers, to steady our steps and soothe our hearts. Timothy was more than a courier of words. He was a living instrument of God's compassion and firmness. His mission was to establish the believers, to anchor them in truth, to strengthen their convictions, and to build them up so that storms would not uproot them. He was also sent to comfort, to lend a gentle presence that reassured weary souls, to remind trembling hearts of the promises that endure. We learn that establishing faith requires both doctrine and tenderness. Truth without kindness can harden into judgment. Consolation without truth can drift into sentiment. The good news calls us to blend courage with care, clarity with compassion. To establish is to lay foundations with patient teaching, prayerful correction, and consistent example. To comfort is to sit in the shadows of another's pain, to carry burdens, to speak hope into despair. Both actions are necessary for the flourishing of the saints. This verse also teaches the dignity of service. Timothy is called God's servant in the good news of Christ. Service is not second-rate, it is sacred. The servant is entrusted with bearing the light, with representing the Master's heart. Each of us bears a role. Perhaps we are sent as teachers, encouragers, companions, or simply as faithful friends who pray and listen. Wherever God places us, we participate in His mission when we offer ourselves humbly, consistently, lovingly. Take comfort today in knowing that you are not alone. If you feel unsteady, God will send a Timothy, someone to ground you, to remind you of the narrative that defines your life, to comfort you concerning your faith. And perhaps you are Timothy to another. A timely word, a caring visit, a steadfast presence that helps another stand. Let us therefore cultivate hearts that both receive grace and give it, that are taught and that teach, that are upheld and that uphold. May this verse inspire patience in teaching, tenderness in correction, and readiness to serve. May we be instruments by which faith is established and comfort flows freely, so that the body of Christ may grow firm, joyous, and steadfast in the gospel. Let us go forth, then, as companions of grace, offering steady hands and truthful counsel, speaking hope where doubt sits, and listening where wounds speak. Let our lives echo the good news, not only in eloquence but in humble service, bearing one another's burdens, praying without ceasing, and rejoicing together. In this way the work begun in us will be carried forward, and faith will be nurtured across generations evermore.